Hi, my name is Bear, and let's start with Ghostwire Tokyo. This great AAA game was released just a few months ago, and now you can already buy it with a discount on Epic.
How epic is that?
Although if you think that almost 40 euros is still a pricey deal, let me tell you about 25% free coupon, which was given to every Epic user. So this coupon will be automatically applied during the checkout process during your next purchase. Only condition here, you will have to buy for $15 or more. It doesn't matter if you buy one game or several. If the combined final sum is more than $15, you can get a 25% discount on top of that. And yes, this coupon is usable with already discounted games, so you can knock down another 10 euros from Ghostwire Tokyo. Although keep in mind, you can use the coupon only once, but you can put up to 50 games into your shopping cart and use the coupon on all of them at once. Anyway, let me tell you about the game a bit. Here the city is overrun by deadly supernatural forces after 99% of the population just vanished. You will use a powerful arsenal of spectral abilities to fight the paranormal threat and unravel the mystery behind the mass disappearance. It may sound and look a bit like a horror game, but the main emphasis is set not on the horror, but on the fast-paced gameplay where you have powerful abilities and can fight various ghosts like a true Ghostbuster, or more like Ghost Eliminator, because you killed them, duh! And seriously, this game has a rating that allows 12-year-olds to play. Don't be a Pussy! Townsmen. Although this list is overflowing with AAA games, I put some indie gems in here as well. One of them is Townsmen, a strategy colony sim game where you will guide your people from the first steps in a small village to a massive medieval metropolis with thousands of inhabitants. You know how you see those ads of scammy games all over Facebook and other places that try to mimic something similar to Townsmen, but instead just sucks money out of trustful people? Townsmen is exactly the opposite. It doesn't suck anything, and it actually delivers what those scammy games don't. You'll find a huge variety of houses to build, and many different jobs for your subjects will keep you busy and really entertained. Well, until the plague comes and kills everyone. But whatever, you can start over again, just like you can in real life. It's not too late to change everything you don't like. You are a smart, beautiful person and definitely deserve more.
Now subscribe.
Immortals, Fenyx Rising. I have to confess that some time ago I bought Fenyx Rising just because I run several gaming channels and I have to make more material for them. And you know, I'm so glad I did. I was expecting game for kids. You know, airy-fairy unicorn title where every hero is childishly dumb, puzzles are easy, and fighting can be done while scrolling in the Instagram at the same time. But boy oh boy, I was so wrong. I started to feel that something is sus with my prejudice when I heard the first joke, which was this one.
Zeus! How I've missed you, Prometheus, my favorite castle.
You chained me to this rock and fed my liver to an eagle.
Out of love.
So during the whole game, Zeus and Prometheus are talking in the background about you in the past tense. Like everything you do has already happened. You know, when they say,
And then he saw a giant.
you can be sure that you will see a giant in a second. So I could speak a lot about this game, but to be short, this is a hybrid between Breath of the Wild, Skyrim and Dark Souls. It's definitely a game for grown-ups. The jokes are spicy and the puzzles are really hard. Remember Skyrim? Yeah, that hard. Maybe harder. And fights are easier than in Dark Souls, but probably a bit harder than they were on The Witcher 3 on normal difficulty, so keep that in mind. Immortals Fenyx Rising is definitely the best game I have played in 2020s, and my score is absolutely 10 vodkas out of 10. Iratus, Lord of the Dead. You will find yourself fighting for the forces of darkness in the role of necromancer Iratus, recently freed from millennia-long imprisonment. You control an obedient army of the living dead, with skeletons, zombies, banshees, and many other unliving warriors. And you create your soldiers the only way a necromancer knows how, from the body parts of your slain enemies. The more you slay, the more parts you have.
Yes, Queen Slay!
Game is single player only, so everything is made for your pleasure. People are talking that Iratus is an easier version of Darkest Dungeon, although a little too linear. On Steam it has very positive reviews, so it's a good game and it will take about 30 hours of your boring life. In Other Waters. This is one of the coolest indie games I have stumbled on recently. When Ellery's called to the planet Gliese only to arrive at an abandoned base, she finds herself adrift in an ocean of secrets, with little more than a malfunctioning diving suit and a strange AI to guide her. And you play not an Ellery, as you already assumed, but this AI. How the turns have tabled, huh? So you have to guide Ellery and keep her safe as you dive deeper and explore an underwater alien landscape. The planet's unique life and its dark history are yours to uncover, and the bond between you and Ellery will be tested by the secrets you learn. Through the shifting narrative, In Other Waters asks questions about the nature of natural and artificial life and investigates what it means to be a human. People are talking that this game floats somewhere between an art project, a work of fiction, and an experiment in a minimalistic UI design. I absolutely agree, and I will add the fact that this game is awesome, and if you like stuff like that, you should definitely try it out. Against the Storm. This is a roguelite city builder set in a gloomy fantasy world. Artistically, this is one of the coolest RTS games I've seen lately. Except one thing, here it never stops raining. I don't know whose decision it was to make it rain all the time, but as far as I know, rain is one of the most hated clear view blocking interferences game world has ever invented. Yeah, period. Anyway, here you are, a pioneer sent into the wilds to establish and manage new settlements inhabited by smart beavers, lizards, and humans. Your goal is to survive long enough and gather the valuable resources necessary to rebuild and upgrade your city. It's the only safe haven against the Blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. So, despite the rain pod, this looks like a great game, and despite it still being in early access, it has a user score of 8.6 on Metacritic. That is actually really high. Not as high as Seth Rogen, but still a promising result. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'll be honest, I had no idea that Valhalla's PC release is exclusive to Epic. This game became a hit immediately after the release, and it still is. It has a Metacritic score of 82, and that is never a bad thing to have. Here you'll lead epic Viking raids against Saxon troops and fortresses, dual-wield powerful weapons, and relive the visceral fighting style of the Vikings and shape the growth of your character with each choice and carve a path to glory. Explore a Dark Age open world from the shores of Norway to the kingdoms of England. The game itself is set in a low fantasy world, meaning that you will get beaten not only by puny humans but also by several Nordic godlike creatures and deities. The game is really fun, just be sure that you have a gamepad. Call of the Sea. A wonderful game for puzzle lovers where you unlock the secrets in the hunt for missing expedition. It is 1934 in the far reaches of the South Pacific. Nora has crossed the ocean following the trail of her missing husband's expedition and finds herself on a lush island paradise, a nameless, forgotten place dotted with the remnants of a lost civilization. What strange secrets does it hold, and what might Nora unearth in her quest for the truth? Maybe a better recipe for potato salad? Well, that is kinda impossible, I'm just kidding. You can find the perfect recipe in my community section, just scroll down a bit. People are talking that Call of the Sea has a very interesting story and the visuals are stunning. If you check the game on Steam, you will see 90% of positive reviews, and that is definitely enough for you to dive in this first-person story-rich adventure.
Find your husband, my hero. Find him alive.
This epic sale will continue until 16th of July, so if this video gets some views, I will make more content about this sale as well. But now don't forget to check out GOG Sale as well. They have plenty of good deals. Click on my link in the description below and dive into adventure. All the games on GOG are DRM free and refunds are supported for up to 30 days. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.